Hi everyone, I'm starting to think there's something about this date, October 30th, that's cursed. Still no power at the Lopresti household tonight, but 1 year ago today, we didn't have power as well. And the reason for that one, not a hurricane, but a snowstorm. Remember that one? October 29th, October 30th. We had a big snowstorm, about 8 inches in the backyard. I had the opportunity to make this nice snowman, though, with my kids, of course. That's my dog, Barley. Note the jack-o'-lantern for the head. And the butternut squash for feet. It's not every day you get a big snowstorm in October, so you get to do different things there. Of course, that was last year, 2011, 2012. Big hurricane, now subtropical cyclone Sandy, moving inland. Now we're watching these little spokes of energy rotating around. There's one right in here, there's another one right in there. It was this line right in here that produced those thunderstorms, one of which did produce a severe thunderstorm warning for mid-coast Maine up into central Maine. That flood warning has since expired for central Maine. There's the next batch of rainfall about ready to move in. It's moving through New Hampshire right now, and I just checked out some of the lightning data. There are some lightning strikes as you head through central New Hampshire. So there's a chance for a thunderstorm. Tropical downpours are possible here, and I think we all get wet before our weather gets any better. Let's widen things out. What an incredible storm this is. This is the big superstorm now. Satellite radar regional view shows those spokes I was just telling about. Another one back in here. Here in Maine, the big story, the mild temps today making into the 60s. Power outages. At last check, there were still 44,000 customers without power. One of those right here. Of course, this some video, I believe, from Westbrook, where they're still cleaning up from a lot of tree damage there. Power lines down, and many folks are headed for a second night without power. The good news, again, at least it's mild for a good chunk of the area. Highs tomorrow will again make it into the 60s. Down in New York, it was incredible. New York City and Manhattan, they had incredible flooding down there. Worst flooding in recorded history. In fact, look at all that water. Subways were flooded as well. This is an incredible photo. I saw this one last night for the first time. Look at that water just gush in to one of those subway stations down in New York City. Down in New Jersey now, this Atlantic City, New Jersey. Sandy making landfall just a few miles to the south of Atlantic City. The entire city was underwater. How about that? That's a pretty good surge for you. There's the video from Atlantic City. Now here in northern New England, it's mild with temps in the 60s, while to our south, they're getting a snowstorm. Colder air is wrapping in on the backside as you head back into West Virginia. This in Snowshoe, West Virginia. They're getting a snowstorm, 1 to 3 feet of snow occurring out in there. So one incredible storm system, one for the record books, and it looks like our weather is ever so slowly going to improve around here. It's 11:30. Tonight, notice more rainfall. Some heavy downpours are possible, a chance for a thunderstorm. Tomorrow, during the course of the morning, that rain will start to taper off. I think the best portion of the day will be the second half of the day. That's good news for trick-or-treaters. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just a lot of clouds around. I still can't rule out a brief shower during the prime trick-or-treating hours. Notice the temps running in the 50s. They'll be 60s. They'll be falling through the 50s late in the day. Thursday, a very low threat for showers. There still is the slight risk. Still a lot of clouds around. There will likely be a few sunny breaks that day. Not quite as warm, though. I expect high temps to be running in the 50s. Now, here's your trick-or-treat forecast, and I'd urge everyone to check with their local authorities, maybe their town hall, to see how they're going to handle this. I just poked my head in the newsroom, and I was asking if any of the Halloween or trick-or-treat celebrations have been postponed for any towns due to the power outages. And I understand that Scarborough is considering doing that, or they're recommending that folks wait until Saturday. That's what I was told by folks in the newsroom, so I'm not exactly sure how valid that is. So it can't hurt to just check with your local officials, perhaps town hall, to see how they're handling that. And I think this would be most applicable in areas that are getting big power outages, or many numbers of power outages, of course. So if you are planning on trick-or-treating tomorrow night, I think it will be mainly dry. There'll be a lot of clouds around. I can't rule out a few showers, but it won't be nearly as bad as the last couple of days as far as the rain goes. And the good news in the forecast, temps are going to stay on the mild side, mostly running in the 50s. That's the way things look tonight. I'll have an update on News 13 at 11. Hope everyone has a nice night.